evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Bria, and I have the privilege of being the Executive Director for Musicals at Richter. On behalf of our Acting Artistic Director, Joyce Northrup, and the entire Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you to our second segment of Songs for a Summer Evening, Musicals at Richter's virtual production for the 2020 season. We're overjoyed that so many people joined us for our first segment, and we are extremely grateful for all of those who donated so generously. Thank you very much. It's so reassuring to hear those familiar songs and to talk about those wonderful summers that have gone by. Today, September 11th, is a tough day, and these continue to be challenging times for all of us. And while life as we know it, for now, has changed, and we may not be able to socialize in person, we stay connected through the relationships we have with our family of friends, our communities, and the world at large. We will get through this. We will all become better, stronger, more appreciative people. There will once again be performances on this stage, the thrill of live theater, and we look forward to seeing you under the stars soon. But for now, our 36th season is a reflection of the first 35. And as with any Richter performance, there are a few housekeeping details before we get started. Firstly, this bad boy, your phone. Now listen, and listen carefully. Your phone will not cause any interference with the performance. Yeah, you heard me right. Listen again. Your phone will not cause any interference with the performance. Yeah, that's true. In fact, we encourage you to use it. Two reasons we encourage you. One, call a friend. Call 10, call 20, call your entire contact list. Make sure they're watching. Text them the code. Text them how to get here. Just text them. And secondly, if you're able to, please consider making a donation. While we don't have any production costs this year, we still have our normal yearly overhead. We still have insurance, we still have utilities, and we have to secure the rights for next year. So help us out if you can. You can donate either by PayPal or you can send us a check. Visit our website, musicalsatrichter.org. That's musicalsatrichter.org for complete information. If nature calls and you need to use the facilities, there are no Richter relievers. There are no toilet mobiles. And you will be forced to use the comfort of your own bathroom with running water. If you're using candles tonight, candle wax, to dump or not to dump, that's the question, yes? It's your question to answer. Doesn't matter to me. Dump it on the floor, don't dump it on the floor. I wouldn't. It's awful messy, tough to clean up. Don't worry about it. Let's see what else we got. Light them if you got them. Don't clean up after yourself. Don't put on any bug spray, or clothes for that matter. Up to you. And definitely take up as much space as you want to. Stand, pick your nose, do what you want. Up to you. We'd like to thank everyone who made this production possible. The performers, the organizers, and the technicians who used their magic to make this beautiful piece of theater come to life. A special thank you, a big tip of the hat to the Fontanelli family, who's continuing to do such incredible work both on stage and off. We would like to thank the Danbury Cultural Commission and the Richter Park Authority for their ongoing supports, and express our deepest gratitude to you, our Musicals at Richter family. We wouldn't be in our 4th decade as Connecticut's longest running outdoor theater without you. Be safe, stay well. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy our second segment of Songs for a Summer Evening. Woo!
Hi, I'm Christian Smythe, and I currently live in Astoria, Queens in New York City. I'm originally from Danbury, Connecticut, and I discovered music and theater by the grace of a few dedicated individuals who brought them to both my elementary school, St. Gregory's, and later to Immaculate High School. Having been bitten by the theater and music bugs, I was fortunate to find a place like Richter, where I was able to exercise my theater muscles on stage, play a little bit in the pits for some shows, and most importantly, begin to find my chosen family. Tonight, I'll be representing the 1998 Richter season, which included colorful productions of Camelot, Gypsy, and The Music Man. I made my first Richter appearance as Mordred in Camelot, and later that season appeared in the ensemble of Gypsy. That same year, 1998, Pokemon was released in the US. Iconic singers Brandy and Monica's duet, The Boy Is Mine, spent 13 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, and Google Incorporated. The following year at Richter, I got to play one of my all-time favorite roles, Matt, in The Fantastics. While I ultimately chose to focus on music, and I'm about to celebrate my 20th year teaching at a public performing arts high school in New York City, my experience at Richter is still very precious to me. It was incredibly life-changing at such an impressionable age, as a future educator and as a gay man, to see the unbiased heart, dedication, and true love for the musical theater art form that went into every production under the stars. Tonight, I'll be accompanying and singing a little Lerner and Loewe nugget called The 7 Deadly Virtues from Camelot. Enjoy. Courage, my lord. Purity and humility, my liege. Diligence, honesty, charity, fidelity. The 7 deadly virtues. No, thank you, your majesty. The 7 deadly virtues, those ghastly little traps. Oh no, my liege, they were not meant for me. The 7 deadly virtues were made for other chaps who love a life of failure and ennui. Take courage. Now there's a sport. An invitation to the state of rigor mortis. And purity, a noble yen, and very restful every now and then. I find humility means to be hurt. It's not the earth the meek inherit, it's the dirt. Honesty is fatal, it should be taboo. Diligence, a fate I would hate. If charity means giving, I give it to you, and fidelity is only for your mate. You'll never find a virtue unstatusing my quo or making my Beelzebubble burst. Let others take the high road, I will take the low. I cannot wait to rush in where angels fear to go. With all those 7 deadly virtues, free and happy little me has not been cursed.
Hi, my name is Emily Walsh, and I first got involved with musicals at Richter back in 2013 when I was in Some Enchanted Evening and 9 to 5 the musical. Then a few years later, during the 2018 season, I was in Annie, and then again last year during the 2019 season when I was in Shrek the musical. Tonight, I will be representing the 2019 season. But first, let's go back and I'll tell you a few fun facts from 2019. First, the U.S. women's soccer team won the FIFA World Cup in France with a 2-0 victory against the Netherlands. And then, NASA astronauts Christina Koch and Jessica Meir exited the International Space Station to replace a power controller, becoming the first all-female spacewalk. That's pretty cool. And then finally, the Event Horizon telescope captured the first ever photo of a black hole at the center of a galaxy 55 million light years away. So, going back to the 2019 season, Musicals at Richter performed the hilarious Spamalot along with the magical Shrek the Musical, where I had the amazing opportunity to play Princess Fiona. And tonight, I will be performing for you, Morning Person from Shrek the Musical. Enjoy! Good morning, birds, good morning, trees. Oh, what a lovely day. The sun's so big, it hurts my eyes, but really, that's okay. A brand new day with things to do, so many plans to make. I've had 6 cups of coffee, so I'm really wide awake. I've always been a morning person, a morning girl. Hooray! Hooray! Good morning, dear. Say, have you heard? Today's my wedding day. I haven't met my husband yet, but I'm hopeful anyway. I'll wear a gown, we'll have a ball, and dance forevermore. He'll take me in his massive arms and spin me round the floor. I've always been a morning person, a morning girl. A brand new start, a palate cleanse as fresh as lime sorbet. Last night I was a monster, but this morning, I'm okay. This morning, I'm okay.
Hi, I'm Barbara Kessler. I'm up here on the Musicals at Richter stage at Richter Park in Danbury. The last time I stood on this stage was in the ensemble of Footloose in 2016, but my very first Richter show was Rodgers and Hammerstein's State Fair in 2004, and I've done a whole bunch of shows during that span of time. I'm here to represent the 2007 season. In 2007, the very last installment of the Harry Potter series was published in July, and I remember the kids staying up all night to get to the Borders at midnight to go get their copy, and they were laying all over the lawn reading it, and I told them they weren't allowed to tell me what happened in the book because I wasn't going to do it until after the show was over. In 2007, Richter produced 3 shows: Fiddler on the Roof, which had also been produced in 1995. The second show of that season was On the 20th Century, and the third was Oklahoma. I had the honor to be in both of Fiddler on the Roof and Oklahoma. I played Golda in Fiddler on the Roof, and I'm going to sing a selection from that this evening, well today, Sunrise, Sunset. And I always think about my Richter kids because a lot of the girls who played my daughters in that show have indeed grown to be amazing and talented women from having been amazing and talented college kids. So it is my pleasure to sing Sunrise, Sunset for you. Is this the little girl I carried? when they were small. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years, one season following another, laden with happiness and tears. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way? Now they must learn from one another, day by day. They look so natural together, just like two newlyweds should be. Is there a canopy in store for me? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years, one season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
In 2016, Musicals at Richter produced Footloose, directed and choreographed by me, Matthew Farina. Here is our opening number in rehearsal.
I've been working so hard, I'm punching my heart. 8 hours for what? Oh, tell me what I got. I've been working so hard, I'm punching my heart. 8 hours for what? Ready? For what?
Working since I'm hunting at St. Park. 8 hours for busting my butt. Don't tell me what I hate this feeling, time is holding me down. I'm in the ceiling, 'cause I'm terribly sad.
Hi everybody,
My name is Joyce Folo Jeffrey. My journey at musicals at Richter began in 1986 when I was cast as Maria in The Sound of Music under the direction of the incomparable Bradford Blake. It was my first time performing outdoors, and after that first summer, well, I was hooked. I went on to perform in Oklahoma. In 1990, I was Dolly in Hello, Dolly. And then for the next 4 years, every summer I was on the stage. In 1991, we performed Into the Woods. I played the witch, and that particular production had the most stellar cast, incredible crew. We all did that show having a very special purpose for doing it. And doing that show under the Richter lights with the natural light of the moon and the stars, well, it's one of the best theatrical experiences that I have ever had the pleasure to experience. Well, we went on to do Pirates of Penzance, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, and in 1994, I was Mame. You know, coming to Richter all those summers, we were a family, just like I know it still is today. I mean, we had stellar casts, we had great production crews, musicians, we had costumes, we had sets, we had heat, we had humidity, we had bugs. Oh yes. Yes, performing outdoors presented some new obstacles to me, but swallowing a bug was not something that I was prepared for. But it happened. As I was singing The Lonely Goat Herd, a moth flew directly into the back of my throat. I was shocked. I was kind of disgusted, but the show must go on, so I grabbed the Von Trapp kids' hands and we danced all over that stage. The orchestra just kept playing, and then I did the unthinkable. I swallowed. And as soon as that happened, we went right on, and I don't think to this day that the audience ever really knew anything happened. But it was the only time that ever happened to me on the Richter stage. In 2004, 18 years after I first stepped on the stage, I once again had the honor to be Dolly in Hello, Dolly. And that is the show that I represent today. I mean, during these unprecedented times when we could all use some joy and some hope and just a positive feeling that things are going to turn out okay, it's going to get better. Well, that's exactly where Dolly is at this point in the show. She's felt that her life is just passing her by, and she hasn't felt that joy, that hope in such a long time. And so she's decided to rejoin the human race. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life with the rest of them, with the best of them. I can hold my head up high, for I've got a goal again. I've got to drive again. I want to feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by. Look at that crowd up ahead. Listen and hear that brass harmony growing. Look at that crowd up ahead. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All of those lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof enough. I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade passes by.
Musicals at Richter is a nonprofit 501c3 community theater located in Danbury, Connecticut. We depend on donations from members of our community to keep quality musicals coming to our stage each year. This year especially, we hope you will consider making a 100% tax-deductible donation to Musicals at Richter. To donate, please visit our website, www.musicalsatrichter.org. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the link that says "Click here to donate." This will direct you to make your donations through PayPal. Or, if you prefer, you can mail a check to Musicals at Richter, 100 Anthack Road, Danbury, Connecticut, 06811. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you will consider a donation.
Hello, I'm Gregory Wensek, co-founder of Musicals at Richter. As co-founder, I was there from the beginning. In fact, earlier than the beginning. Before musicals, there was Shakespeare at Richter Park. When Shakespeare moved to another venue, the Richter Association for the Arts asked Brad Blake to produce a musical, something they had done years earlier in the park. We wanted to do The Sound of Music, but we chose a more whimsical and economical season, Little Merry Sunshine and Once Upon a Mattress. And that's how musicals opened. My favorite memory is how everyone pitched in to put the shows together. It was truly a community theater. My mother, Marion, gathered her friends to manage the box office and many other parts of the business. My friend Jackie Hansen Garver donated her time, talent, and dance studio as a rehearsal space. In fact, every one of my friends either auditioned or volunteered to make the season happen. And their friends brought more friends. There were 7 weeks from inception to opening. It was Mickey and Judy all the way. I also remember we carried over some elements from Shakespeare, like the box office, carved out from under a sculptured pine tree halfway up the driveway. That setting would let the audience know how the theater fit the space. Then, as you turned entering the back lawn, the view of the majestic weeping willow trees framed the stage with a natural proscenium arch. This was theater fitting into the great outdoors. We even had the mosquitoes, unless you brought your skin so soft. For the first 2 seasons, musical was a commercial theater. Then they incorporated into the not-for-profit you're celebrating today. Musicals at Richter has presented more than 100 main stage shows, and musicals has become so much more, with children's productions and workshops for young performers. Well, that's my memory of the room where it happened. Musicals at Richter is the longest-running outdoor theater in Connecticut. So please, sit back, relax to enjoy. Musicals at Richter. We've got the stars.
Hi there. My name is Tracy Marble, and I was graciously asked by the lovely and talented Priscilla Squires to represent the 1991 summer season of Richter with a song from Into the Woods. I was also asked to come up with a few fun or not so fun facts from 1991. Here's one that's not so fun. The lead singer of the rock group Queen, Freddie Mercury, released a statement saying that he was HIV positive, and less than 24 hours later, he died of AIDS. Number 2, Apple introduced the PowerBook, which was the first modern-day laptop. And number 3, in 1991, I was wearing out the vinyl listening to an album that was released, one of my all-time favorites, Natalie Cole's Unforgettable. So Into the Woods was produced 2 more times after that, 2 more seasons after 1991. It was produced also in 2005 and in 2017, where I was fortunate enough to be cast as the witch. The incredibly versatile and awesome director of that production was Brad Blake, and Brad is actually my connection with Richter. Brad and I met over 30 years ago while doing the annual Christmas shows at the Spinning Wheel Inn in Reading, Connecticut. Not only did he accompany those shows, but he was the musical director, and I also had the good fortune to share the stage with him. He was a fellow actor. Brad has written and arranged some of the most gorgeous and witty, clever music that I have ever sung. So I was absolutely thrilled to be finally doing my first show at Richter with Brad at its helm. The show was Into the Woods, and this is Children Will Listen.
How do you say to your child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be all right when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen. How can you say to a child who's in flight, don't slip away and I won't hold so tight? What can you say that no matter how slight won't be misunderstood? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your mother and father had said, which were left to them too. Careful what you say, children will listen. Careful you do it too, children will see and learn. Guide them but step away, children will glisten. Tamper with what is true, and children will turn, if just to be free. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Children will listen. Children will listen.
Hi everyone, my name is Erin Laux, formerly known as Erin Zaruba. This is my husband, Ryan Laux, joining me this evening. I am thrilled to be here participating in support of Musicals at Richter. My journey with Richter started back in 1997 when I performed in Youth Review, which was a cabaret starring kids. From there, I spent many summers at Richter. I did Gypsy, 42nd Street, Evita, and then in 2001, which is the year that I am here to represent tonight, I played Rizzo in the musical Grease. In 2001, playing Rizzo in Grease at Richter was hands down, to this day, one of the best experiences that I had in theater. I went on after that to get my BFA in musical theater from Syracuse University and perform professionally in theater. I now live back in the area with my husband and our 2 kiddos. Since being back, I have participated a little bit here and there in Richter, not only as an audience member, but I've helped with dance auditions. I also helped my friend Brad Blake out with some dance captain stuff when he directed Once Upon a Mattress a couple years ago. So Richter means a lot to me. I met some of my very best friends in my life. Some of my best friends came out of Richter, particularly from that 2001 production of Grease. So in 2001, a couple fun facts. George W. Bush had just become the 43rd president of the United States. Mamma Mia had opened on Broadway, and the Apple iPod came out. Can you believe that? The iPod. Remember those? So 2001 at Richter, we did Pippin, Grease, and Oliver. Grease was also done at Richter back in 1986, but I wasn't involved in that one. So here tonight, I am going to sing my 11 o'clock number from Musicals at Richter, There Are Worse Things I Can Do, from the musical Grease. There are worse things I could do. Sorry, I'll get the name right. There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two, even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good. I suppose it could be true, but there are worse things I could do. I could flirt with all the guys, smile at them and bat my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I'd never do. I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away for a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry. A fact I bet you never knew. But to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do. Thanks everybody. Have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you next summer.
Everyone, I'm Beth Bria Salvador, and this is Brian Salvador. We are both Musicals at Richter alum. Brian made his debut in 2010. His sister Rachel made her debut in 2007, and I made my debut in the Dark Ages in 1986. That is the year we are going to be representing. In 1986, the 3 shows at Musicals at Richter were Sound of Music, Anything Goes, and Grease. A few fun facts about 1986. It was the year that the Oprah Winfrey Show debuted nationally. It was also the year, and I have to look at my cheat here, Internet Message Access Protocol was created, which paved the way for email. Yes, there was no email way back in the dark ages. It was also the year that I learned about something called rain tempo from performing at musicals at Richter. And that was when Brad would come backstage and say, hey, there's a storm coming, we need to speed it up so we can get the show finished before the rain begins. So Brian and I are going to be performing a song from 1986 from The Sound of Music, Edelweiss.
White, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
This next song is from Hello Dolly, one of my very favorite musicals, and it was performed at Richter 2 times, in 2004 and in 2016. Another fun fact about Hello Dolly, my mother, Carol Brogan-Maylott, played that role 2 years ago at the Bradley Playhouse, and she was amazing. I have never been in Hello Dolly, but I would love to someday. At Richter, I played Grace Farrell in Annie, and I was music director of Spamalot. So it's my pleasure to introduce Ribbons Down My Back from Hello Dolly.
Because a breeze might
year was 1995. Forrest Gump swept the Oscars, the San Francisco 49ers won the Super Bowl, whatever that may mean, and I, Matt Austin, was in 5th grade. 1995 had another significance for me in terms of Richter. It was one of the very first years that I saw a show here at Richter. I saw Barnum. That year's lineup consisted of Barnum, Anything Goes, and Fiddler on the Roof. We're going to get back to Fiddler on the Roof in just a second. So let's jump forward from 1995 to 2002. The biggest movie at that time, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The Patriots won the Super Bowl, again, whatever that may be. And I, Matt Austin, was still in 5th grade. I was a poor student. Anyway, I got a part here in Crazy for You. So Crazy for You was my very first show here at Richter, and I've been a part of Richter ever since. I've done 9.5 shows. Thank you, Brad, for giving me that cameo in 2016's Hello Dolly. I count that as my half show. So 9.5 shows. I have been a member of the board. I was a member of the board director membership here for many years. So let's jump forward to what I was talking about, Fiddler on the Roof. So one of those 9.5 shows I did here was Fiddler on the Roof. In that, I played one of my bucket list roles, of course, the roof. No, just kidding. I played Model the Tailor. One of my favorite things I have ever done on the Richter stage, or really any other stage around here. So, today, I am going to attempt to recreate Model's big number, Miracle of Miracles. Here we go.
Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, God took up Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but just like he did so long ago at Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. And God made the waters of the Red Sea part. That was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, God took the tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles, led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
Hi, my name is Samantha Noel Trapita. My first show at MAR was performing with my mom in Seussical as the baby kangaroo in 2017. It was a great community from the start. It became my second home. I was thrilled to be cast as Annie in 2018 at 11 years old. What an amazing experience from our director Bradford Blake and musical director Dan Koch and our amazing cast and crew. It was truly the highlight of my theater experience. Annie was performed at Richter in 1990, 2004, and 2018. Here are some fun facts from the year 2018. America witnessed the first solar eclipse since 1979. Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Maria made a big mess, leaping lizards in the United States and Puerto Rico. It also caused us at MAR to lose out on many weekend shows due to all the R word. I'll be performing the classic optimistic song tomorrow with my daddy No Bucks on the organ. Please support Musical at Richter and help keep the arts alive in our community. The The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a day away. The sun'll come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're only a day away.
I hope you enjoyed the show. My name's Denise Fontanelli, and on behalf of the Board of Directors here at Musicals at Richter, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I'd also like to thank all of the performers for participating and everyone who helped to produce the show. And I have a little secret for you. On Friday, September 18th, we're doing a third installment of Songs for a Summer Evening. So hope you'll come back then and join us. But until then, I hope you'll keep the donations coming in. You can go to www.musicalsatrichter.org and pay through PayPal, or you can send a check to 100 Ant Hack Road, Danbury, Connecticut, 06811. Until then, cheers and good night.